I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Jameis Winston's Buccaneers going up against Brady's Patriots.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Dion Lewis, 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Dion Lewis, 77 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And now running right through it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The first carry now for Doug Martin. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Running for it, here's Martin. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a 3-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. First down, here's the run with Martin. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Martin, and they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
Well, certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. It's a gain of a yard, and the Buccaneers are going to have a first down.
And when you think about the history of Buccaneer football, it used to be Mike Allstott in short yardage situations. Now it's Doug Martin, and he gets those legs churning here, and they'll wind up converting on 4th down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. The first carry here for Jaquiz Rodgers. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Another carry now for Rodgers. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it. That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run. It's Rodgers. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, heading to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 3rd down, Winston. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right there around the 35-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the 2nd level, the linebackers, or the 3rd level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there. I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league for quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 3rd down. First carry here for Charles Sims. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, they do snap it to Winston. Buying time to his left. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Brandon Cooks, 30 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
Came all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 when he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe. But
he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And a 10th carry here for Martin. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Jameis to throw it. They set up the screen to Martin. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Winston on the move to his left. And some room to run now. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. First down, Winston. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Brady going underneath for Lewis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen. James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Brady now on first down. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive.
It is taken in by Cooks for a Patriot touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
They run it again with Martin. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Bucs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Danny Amendola for New England. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The runner-up New England Patriots offense back onto the field. And I wanted to get your thoughts on the offense for this crew as they go into 2018. How do they stack up, Charles?
Typically, New England, pretty darn stable. One of the goals going into the offseason was to try and hold on to running back Dion Lewis, because coupled with James White, that's a heck of a tandem. Of course, the big fella, Gronk. You know, you find him another all-pro year in 2017. And remember, before 2017 began, they picked up Brandon Cooks in a trade at wide receiver. That paid off in a big way. He had his 3rd straight 1,000-yard season in the NFL. And then, of course, there's Danny Amendola, Chris Hogan, and they expect to get back Julian Edelman for all of 2018 coming off of a knee injury.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Here's Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The Buccaneer first, Winston to Brate. From the red zone now, Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cameron Brate, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And this one's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach, everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this is secured by the Patriots. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's got some space here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for New England. 41 yards. From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. To throw is Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Now, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now Jameis on second down. Being chased out left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Dancing to his left. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Brady now to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Winston. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Now there's a good chunk of yardage picked up there, and the big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he will be stopped short of the end zone as they mark him out at the 3. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, we'll see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They slot Gronkowski outright. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Dion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he'll bang that one through. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Adam Humphries. 105 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in.
And that's caught. It's Hogan. 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan, 78 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Second down, Winston. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, and it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Winston from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Forced out to, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. On first down, Brady. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now Winston. His throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Jackson the man in motion left. To throw, Winston. Rolling to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they? They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guy. They've got his man complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Adam Humphries. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Brady going to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's Brady to throw. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yes.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. Able to fight through one tackle. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Lose losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Brady going to go on 4th down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. William Golston coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Back to throw. They set up the screen to Martin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. On for the extra point is Folk. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.
rather you than me. If you've been with me from Port of Miami, it's been a journey. Ain't nothing changed. A little stronger, a little wiser. Maybe a little more